New York City, a melting pot of cultures, a symphony of sounds, and the undisputed home of a pizza revolution. But the story of New York-style pizza isn't just about food, it's about immigration, adaptation, and the creation of an icon. At the turn of the 20th century, Italian immigrants brought their love for pizza to the bustling streets of New York. These early pizzaiolos, many from Naples, introduced New Yorkers to a taste of their homeland. One name stands out in this pizza pilgrimage: Lombardi's. Established in 1905, Lombardi's holds the title of America's first pizzeria. Located in the heart of Manhattan, Lombardi's, under the leadership of Gennaro Lombardi, began serving up large, wide pies that were a departure from the smaller Neapolitan pizzas. Another key figure in shaping New York-style pizza was Antonio Totonno Pero. Pero, who later founded the legendary Totonno's Pizzeria in Coney Island, worked at Lombardi's, and is credited with perfecting the coal-fired oven techniques that gave New York pizza its signature char and flavor. These early pioneers weren't just making pizza, they were crafting a legacy. Sold for a mere 5 cents a slice, pizza quickly became a favorite among the city's working class. The large, foldable slices were perfect for a quick lunch or a satisfying dinner on the go. As more and more pizzerias opened their doors, New York-style pizza began to carve its own path, diverging from its Neapolitan roots and evolving into a distinctly American creation. What exactly defines a New York pizza? It's more than just a thin crust and a generous hand with the cheese. It's about a specific set of characteristics that have come to define this iconic style. The first thing you'll notice about a New York pizza is its size. These pies are massive, typically measuring 18 inches in diameter. Forget about dainty individual pizzas. In New York, pizza is meant to be shared. The wide, thin crust is another defining feature. Unlike the soft and pillowy crust of a Neapolitan pizza, a New York crust is crisp and sturdy, with just enough flexibility to fold in half lengthwise, a true test of its authenticity. This folding technique isn't just for show, it's born out of practicality. New York slices are large and meant to be eaten on the go, and folding them makes it easier to manage without making a mess. The crust also has a characteristic texture. The underside is crisp and golden brown thanks to the high heat of the oven, while the top is slightly chewy and dusted with a fine layer of flour, which gives it a slightly rustic appearance. The crust is the heart and soul of a New York pizza. It's the foundation upon which all the other elements come together. Crafting the perfect New York crust is an art form, a delicate dance of flour, water, yeast, and time. High-gluten bread flour is the key to achieving the desired texture. This type of flour, with its high protein content, gives the dough strength and elasticity, allowing it to withstand the rigors of hand tossing and the intense heat of the oven. The dough is typically fermented for at least 24 hours, a process that develops flavor and improves texture. During fermentation, yeast consumes sugars in the dough and produces carbon dioxide, which creates air bubbles and gives the crust its light and airy texture. The use of a small amount of oil in the dough, usually olive oil, also contributes to the flavor and texture of the crust. The oil helps to keep the dough moist and pliable and adds a subtle richness to the flavor. And then there's the water. New York City's water, famously soft and low in minerals, is often credited with playing a role in the unique flavor of the city's pizza. While there's no scientific evidence to support this claim, many pizzaiolos swear by it, believing that the water's chemical composition interacts with the flour in a special way. Section 4. More than just cheese and sauce. While the crust may be the foundation, the toppings are what complete the New York pizza experience. However, when it comes to toppings, New Yorkers tend to follow a less is more philosophy. A classic New York pizza is all about simplicity and flavor. The sauce is typically a thin and tangy tomato sauce made with San Marzano tomatoes, garlic, oregano, and a touch of sweetness. The cheese is where things get really interesting. Mozzarella is the cheese of choice, and not just any mozzarella will do. Low-moisture mozzarella, often referred to as pizza cheese, is the gold standard. This type of mozzarella has a lower water content than fresh mozzarella, which means it melts beautifully without making the crust soggy. It's important to note that the cheese is added after the sauce on a New York pizza. This is in contrast to Neapolitan pizza, where the cheese goes down first. This order of operations allows the cheese to melt directly onto the sauce, creating a barrier that prevents the crust from becoming soggy. Section 5. A slice of New York life. New York-style pizza is more than just food. It's a cultural icon, a symbol of the city itself. It's the quintessential New York City food, as much a part of the city's fabric as the Empire State Building or the subway. From the early days, when it was sold as a cheap and filling meal for the city's working class, to its current status as a beloved comfort food, New York pizza has always been there for New Yorkers. It's the food of late-night study sessions, after-work gatherings, and casual weekend lunches. It's the taste of home for countless New Yorkers, evoking memories of family dinners, neighborhood pizzerias, and childhood birthday parties. The cultural impact of New York-style pizza extends far beyond the city's borders. It has become one of America's favorite foods, inspiring countless imitations and variations across the country. The pizza's influence can be seen in popular culture as well. It has been featured in countless movies, TV shows, and songs, cementing its status as a cultural touchstone. Who can forget the iconic scene in Saturday Night Fever where John Travolta's character struts down the street, 2 slices of pizza in hand? Or the countless pizza-themed episodes of Seinfeld and Friends? Section 6. The Sensory Symphony of a New York Slice. Eating a New York slice is a multi-sensory experience. It's a symphony of sights, smells, sounds, and textures that come together to create a truly satisfying meal. The visual appeal is undeniable. The large round pizza, with its thin crust and generous toppings, is a feast for the eyes. The first bite is a revelation. The crust crackles satisfyingly, giving way to a soft and chewy interior. The tangy tomato sauce explodes with flavor, balanced by the rich and creamy mozzarella. The toppings, whether it's classic pepperoni or something more adventurous, add their own unique notes to the symphony. But it's not just the taste that makes New York pizza special. It's the whole experience. It's the anticipation of that first bite, the feeling of the thin crust yielding under your fingers, the sound of the crisp crust snapping as you fold it in half. It's the warmth of the pizza in your hands, the smell of melted cheese and garlic filling the air, the sight of the steam rising from the slice as you bring it to your mouth. Section 7. A timeless classic. New York-style pizza is a testament to the power of simplicity, tradition, and a whole lot of passion. It's a culinary masterpiece that has stood the test of time, evolving from humble beginnings to become a beloved icon. From the bustling streets of Manhattan to pizzerias across the globe, New York-style pizza continues to captivate taste buds and bring people together. It's a timeless classic, a true slice of Americana, and a testament to the ingenuity and creativity of generations of pizzaiolos. So the next time you find yourself face-to-face with a New York slice, take a moment to appreciate its history, its craftsmanship,